Jamie's ready? Yeah. Cool. All right. Jamie's ready. Let's go. We have audio?
I hope so.
Amazing. I still can't hear you. I don't know what's going on. Is it me? Is there a speaker you can put out so that I can, maybe the people at home can hear him? I'm about to turn into Ron Burgundy here, folks. Jamie, I'm sorry. This is not the way it's supposed to go down. Is that a 1016? What is that?
No, it's an Erik King.
Bring it on the wrist there. Bring it in close to the camera. Oh, that's beauty. I like that. Oh, very pleasant. I like, see, I've been thinking about it. That is the watch, folks, that went to Everest, and you got the whoop strap. We're like twins, except you're in Ireland. You're in Ireland right now or England?
No, England.
I think I need to get better at lip reading.
Fans can hear him at least.
Oh, can they?
Yeah.
Okay, the people at home can hear you. So I tell you what, I'm just going to ask you questions, and then later I'm going to call you and we're going to figure the answer out. Where are you right now, Jamie? I saw a picture of you playing golf with some cows recently. Can you tell us about that experience?
Yeah. So I live in the English countryside, like 2 hours outside of London, and it's very rural. There's lots of livestock, and the local kind of golf club that I'm a member of has 3 courses. Got an old course that's like a link style course where it has like cows walking over all over the place, all over the fairways and all over the tee boxes and everything. So it's quite a novel way to play golf. I wouldn't want to play golf with cows within range every time I play golf, but it's pretty fun.
I can actually hear you now, Jamie. So this is an incredible improvement in the interview process. You don't quite realize how much the words from the interview are important until they're gone away. So
I can imagine.
Let's dig into an interview, folks. Welcome finally to the Random Golf Club live stream. Jamie Dornan, our guest. Jamie, what would you prefer? Would you prefer what was the highest achievement of acting that you could possibly get? And is there something in golf that would be more important than that to you? Tough question.
That is tough, because I guess what's the pinnacle of my game is an Academy Award, I guess, and then the pinnacle of golf is an Open Championship. I personally think they're both pretty cool trophies to bring out at an after party. I think because I'm in one, I'm probably gonna have to say I'd take an Academy Award over a Clark Champ. I don't know. You know what? I don't know. I don't want to make that like.
I love it.
I actually can't call that.
More creative question. What accent are you just waiting to be asked to do? Like, is there an accent? Because you do the voiceover. You obviously can do any accent you want, American. What's the accent that you're like, someone please give me the role for this accent?
I tell you what, it goes the other way. Like, I have a longer list of accents I never want to be asked to do. I think a lot of actors do that, and I've got better about that recently, because I've had the top of that list would have been a Liverpool accent, and then I did a Liverpool accent in a movie called A Private War last year, 2 years ago maybe. And I'm not saying it was easy, but you know, like anything in life, you put the work in, and it's achievable. So that is sort of broken down these barriers of fear that I had for accents, and now I feel like if I can do the Scouse Liverpool accent, I can probably tackle anything. There's some that I like, South African. Anytime I sort of pretend or try to do it, I am so far off that's one I probably would be not keen to do. I've wanted to do a southern American, like a sort of, you know, Kentucky or something. I like the idea. I like the sound. I like Alabama. I like those sort of deep south, those sounds.
You could fit in well there. I feel like you could move to Kentucky, put on a drawl, like a southern accent, and probably no one would even question whether or not you exceeded through the ranks of Hollywood business career life.
Do they have good golf down there?
Yeah, they do. Dude, there's good golf everywhere. And I think, that's kind of like what I wanted to get into it with you a little bit is, I know your story a little bit. You started playing golf when you were younger, got into it, then stopped playing for 10 years, you said? And then got back into it more recently. What is it that brought you back into golf in your 30s you think? Is there something in particular?
It's funny, I've always, even in this sort of 10-year period, which is pretty much my 20s, it was more geography. I was living in London, and of course there's great golf in London, but you sort of have to get out of London a little bit. And some of those great courses, there's not a lot of 20-year-old members. It takes a bit of time to get into those sort of clubs or whatever. I think in my 20s I was just sort of bumming around and having a lot of fun, and golf just wasn't in my priority list. I just sort of put it to the wayside a bit. I would still go off on the odd golf holiday, and I do this father-sons golf thing with my dad every year in Ireland, and a load of my mates and our fathers, and whoever's father's not left, we sort of mix in with each other, and it's been going for 13 years now. So there's definitely a period of that in my 20s where I was playing. But then you see, if you're playing so little, when you do play, you play terribly. So then, you don't want to play. So you're like, you know what, I'm going to take a break from golf because I'm not good at it anymore. And then, I don't know, something happened when, around the time I turned 30, I think we started having kids. And there was like, I felt like I needed some of that time away, maybe, to myself, so I got more into, and now I'm verging on obsessed.
Verging on obsessed. It's interesting because that's a lot I've heard, and this is my story. I mean, I got into golf from zero at age 30 and fell in love with it. And it seems like a lot of the, people that I share a lot in common with have the same story. Like they really, their love for golf accelerated at the age of 30. And in some ways, it sort of solved a different problem for them than it may have solved when you're younger, right? When you're 30, you're kind of looking for maybe a different kind of complexity, a puzzle that's a bit more, obviously it's social and whatnot, but even just if the ultimate reason to play golf, in my opinion, is sort of a way of revealing yourself to yourself, when you can say, wow, I'm this game is driving me crazy, look at me. Do you have that experience ever? I mean, the emotional intelligence of an actor is obviously probably higher than most other occupations. Do you find that do you find that golfing brings out something in your life that is emotionally valuable at this age?
I think I love a challenge in my life in general, and if you're someone who loves the challenge, golf is the game for you. You find your perfect game. It's so difficult, and it's forever challenging, and I think you find out a lot about yourself every time you tee it up. You really do, and about patience and your temperament. And I probably, when I was a bit younger, was a bit of a club snapper, certainly a club thrower. And I'm not now. I don't do that now.
Does the character from 50 Shades of Grey, is he also a club snapper? He's kind of an angry guy, right?
He's got issues, definitely anger issues. He did, there was a scene at one point in the first movie. There was a scene set at a golf course, and I was like, "Oh, listen, guys, that's going to be a great day. I love golf, and I'm very excited." And then they cut it, and we didn't even shoot it. So I thought I was going to get this day where I got to just muck about the golf club. But listen, that is what keeps coming back to golf, isn't it? It's like it's a pursuit. It's a constant pursuit. It's a life pursuit to be consistent at it. And we all have days. I play off 10, so I can play a bit of golf. I would say, out of all the people in the world that play golf, I'd be the bottom 3 in chipping. I don't mean bottom 3%. I mean bottom 3 people who play golf.
1, 2, 3.
Literally 3 of us. I'm one of those 3 men or women, and so it gives you an idea of, I do hit the golf ball very well when I'm playing well, but it's around the greens, and I need to focus more on that. But it's that constant drive to want to be better at it that will just keep us playing now until we drop.
Yeah. I mean, someone posed the question to me is, if you played every hole perfectly, would the game really fascinate you for a lifetime?
No, I agree with that. It wouldn't. No.
And even
it's like anything in life,
Are you watching the golf right now?
I've got it. Probably a different feed to you because I've got different like European feed or whatever. But it's here.
You've got the Sky Sports announcers.
I've got the Sky Sports. Yeah,
let's tune in. We've got Tommy Fleetwood here. I'm sure you know Tommy. Let's throw up the broadcast. Or no, you guys can't see the broadcast. You guys have the broadcast on another
Can't
screen.
see it.
So Tommy, you know a handful of mostly. Would you call them British? I mean, is Rory's not British? He's just.
No, I mean, listen, there's a whole other, we could do a whole podcast about identity if you come from where where Rory and I come from. It's a very complicated little part of the world. For some people he's British, for some people he's Irish, and he has his own ideas about that, But I've got to know quite a lot of the Rory and I are literally from the same town, like the same tiny town. But I've got to know, I get to play at this Dunhill Links championship the last 5, 6. I've actually missed the last 2 years. I've been working, and schedule hasn't allowed it. But I played for 6 years or something, and you get to rub shoulders with these guys, play with all these like major champions, and it's a terrifying prospect.
Is it terrifying?
It's terrifying. Look, at the end of the day, the format of that, I think it's the same as the AT&T at Pebble, which is if you're not in the hole, you can pick up. It's not like,
right.
Hold on, guys, I've got this for a quadruple. Like, just give me a second. Like, you're out. If you're out of the hole, you picked up and you've moved on, which is great. I mean, I've hit top to drive 70 yards in the bush, and I'm like, guys, I'm out. No, you can hit a provision. I'm like, no.
No, I do not
I'm
want
out.
to
Like, I don't want to keep playing golf in front of you. I can't do it. There's a crowd of people. You've won 2 major championships. And I'm being filmed. Like, it's not a great environment if you're not a great golfer,
Yeah, it's very scary, I think. But I mean, what's the counterpart in acting? Is it theater, or are you just so in the character that it doesn't even come up for you?
Well, I think that's the thing. I mean, I actually have to say I haven't done theater yet, and it's something I really want to do, and I haven't done it. So I know that when I do it, I will be purely, terrified, certainly opening night. But on set, because that's your comfort zone. I mean, that's what you do, and I've had so many, like pats on the back from like sort of major champions and stuff after sending 150 yards right at the fairway. And I'm like, I'm trying to like bury my head in my hands, and, I'll have like Shane Lowry or something be like, listen, this isn't your forum, so, I'm sure if we were on set with, just trying to make me feel better about this dire situation I found myself in. But, if if you're in your comfort zone, nothing scares you. You don't even think about, you have no fear when you're doing something that you can do.
Right. I've heard Sam Jackson has in his rider that within the budget of the film, they will buy him a membership to the nearest private club, and sometimes it's at the cost of like $1 million. What is Jamie Dornan? What does your agent do for you when you're doing a movie? Do you bring the clubs? I'm sure, and how do they? What do they do for you?
Not enough, clearly.
I know you're with CAA, so.
I'm not. That's how I got in touch with you, but I'm actually PTA. I was with CAA for like 6 years, but a long time ago. But I've still got good friends at CAA, so that's why I was managed to track you. You're quite easy guy to get a hold of, if you really need to. Actually. But what was the question?
The question was, in a simple way, like you must bring your sticks with you while working. You must find golf courses.
Yeah, and the best thing about what I do is I get to travel, like, not in the last 5 months, funnily enough, but usually I'm traveling around and I'm going to all these quite unique places. And I always bring my sticks. I mean, that's just like a given. I just carry them everywhere. And it means you end up playing golf in countries that, aren't known for golf. I did a movie in Jordan, done a couple of jobs in Budapest, and they're not big golfing states,
No.
And so you end up having these really weird golfing experiences, and also like golf, I struggle sit still a lot of the time. You're probably noticing this right now. But if I'm on set and I have a prop in my hand, or particularly if I have an umbrella or something, I'm just constantly, fiddling around, like doing takeaways and stuff. And invariably, there's someone in the crew, a grip or whoever, will go like, "Oh, do you play?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And did you bring your clubs with you? I'm like, "Yeah." So you end up playing with like crew. There's always someone who plays golf, right? So I've had some great experiences whilst away working. Actually, the first time I ever broke 80 was at TPC, Louisiana, when I was shooting a movie out there. Yeah, I've got good memories of, and that'll always continue. Like I will always bring my clubs because you can play golf anywhere.
That's great. It's kind of like a little movie random golf club. You end up playing with the people on set who would probably never go out to dinner with you in a different world, and you really get this, and I want to talk to you about this. I know it's late for you. I know you got to go, but
no.
The idea that, golf is this world that only exists for certain types of people, and everyone on tour has, this in the bank, and they like these cars and they like this wine or whatever it is. I think golf is actually an amazing leveling opportunity where we can all sort of play together. I mean, especially where you're from in Northern Ireland, Scotland, you have you have golf clubs where every type of person is a member, and that didn't really translate to America. And what a cool opportunity for you to go to a movie and play golf with the grip. I mean, that's kind of like, movies are quite segregated, right? I mean, it's like, this is talent. They have a green room. Don't bother them. And if they're Christian Bale, get the hell out of their eye line. You know what I mean? So it's really cool that golf offered you an opportunity to enmesh further with the family of creatives that make the film itself. That's so special.
Yeah, it's just been an added sort of bonus with that because, my approach to it is like, how am I any different to those people anyway? Just because, I hate that term talent when it comes to the actors and stuff. I really struggle with it, always have, because there's people way more talented than me behind the camera. I've always struggled with that. And at the end of the day, we're all just people. We're all coming together with this common goal of making a movie or whatever. And I guess I also think with actors, I get really annoyed when there are actors who do keep up that sort of story, who are very unapproachable and who do make things difficult, and they fuel that idea that actors are sort of to be kept a distance from. I'm not even including a Christian Bale in that because that, by the way, that would irk me as well if someone walked my line and would have taken a penalty. It wasn't the first time, but it's just the general behaviour of some actors. And I have to say, I'm lucky. I haven't really worked with anyone like that yet who has been a nightmare or treated crew that they're differently. But I know they exist. But I think golf has been a cool thing. I've played with a lot of crew and stuff, and I'll jump on what you're saying there about golf, and I want to thank you for what you do in terms of breaking down those barriers with golf, and I think it's very important because I grew up in I am still a member of Royal Belfast, and it has some traditions that are probably definitely in need of updating and stuff, but it still has an accessibility to it, But outside of that, we are so spoiled on the island of Ireland for golf clubs that anyone can go and play at every level, and some unbelievable courses that you can pay way less than you pay like a 5 out of 10 course in the States to play. You know what I mean? And that American thing, that Caddyshack, country club thing. Most people's idea of golf is that.
Yeah.
And I think I said to you in an email that I spend my life defending golf, because people have this idea that it's just blazers with bronze buttons and ties done up to the max and, men only bars. And by the way, there's an element of that, but I'm all for trying to do whatever small voice I have in trying to change that. And you're making great strides in that world because golf, I think it's a cool sport. It's cool. There's a lot of, all my friends who play it, they're cool guys. They're not the, really fun people and great people, and have an appreciation of beauty and aesthetics, and getting to walk around somewhere beautiful, and also have this amazing time to talk to each other, and also have this competitive edge, and be trying to master this really artful, odd thing with sticks and metal in your hand. I mean, there's so much about it that I think is brilliant, and I just think they need to lax you can, untuck your shirt, wear your hat backwards. I mean, that needs to change. That you need to be able to, move with the times with that. I'll draw the line at jeans. I don't think you should wear denim jeans on a golf course. I actually, it's one thing I'll stick to. I don't think that's right. But everything else, they've got to loosen up.
Yeah, golf gets a bad rap, and we've definitely seen that on some level. One of our kind of sub-missions or sub-themes at Random Golf Club is to, work on that PR problem that golf has. And I agree with you about jeans. Also, jeans don't really make sense. Like, they're thick, and then it doesn't really make a lot of sense. I mean, jeans are great. I mean, what are you wearing right now? What do you got, sweats?
I'm wearing jeans.
Me too.
Yeah.
Jeans are great around the house.
Yes.
I always want to wear something where if there was some type of emergency and I had to run somewhere out of the house, I would at least feel like, you know what I mean? Like, jeans, I feel like they're like armor,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. True. You don't sleep in them though, do you?
No. But sometimes I'll watch a movie in them, even though I could switch into sweats. I feel like, and that's why once I take the jeans off, that's when I really get scared inside the house, because it's like, now I'm really vulnerable. I'm not wearing my jeans.
How many people do you think have just tuned out of this while we've been talking about jeans?
I mean, I don't know. I'm here for it. This is all I care about. I'm fascinated.
Yeah.
When you talk about defending, more people tuned in. We got a number. Jamie, when you talk about defending golf, like what is the most common thing? Like, so who hates golf that's in your life right now?
My wife. No. No, she doesn't. I have to say, I put in a simulator into the house just before Christmas, and then we were all in New York. We were meant to be in New York for a long time, and then lockdown happened. We came back, and I've spent a bit of time in the simulator room. So, my golf's improved definitely, but my wife probably would like it if I hadn't put it in. Sometimes I think, it's not even like people. It's just some people are just like, I don't get it. I don't get why people are into it. And then I'm like, do you like walking? Do you like going out for like a walk? I'm like, yeah, of course. I'm like, would you love to walk somewhere really beautiful, like by the ocean, and there's beautiful trees that are like 300 years old, and the grass is very beautiful, and there's like whales going past. Listen, I know not all golf is like this, but there is golf like this. And we've been lucky enough to play golf courses like that. And they're like, yeah. It's like, well, that's what golf is, but you have 1 or 2 or 3 of your best friends with you. You talk the whole way around. Do you like catching up with your friends? Yeah. What about combining those 2 things? Yeah. Actually, hold on a second. That sounds okay. And then what about, are you competitive? Yeah, I get really competitive. Well, why don't you throw a bit? And then before they know it, they're going, yeah, golf actually sounds okay.
This is a great pitch.
Well, listen, but that's what it is, and it's. I think sadly, it's so deeply rooted in. It's for men over 70 who dress terribly, and only are members of golf clubs so that they can avoid spending time with their wife and kids.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not saying that doesn't exist. That does, but the golf that I know is this brilliantly social, fun, gathering of people of all ages to do something that's really, really challenging, but also massively rewarding.
So last thing here, speaking of the golf that Royal Belfast, I've played there.
No.
Yeah, and I had the best time ever. It is, if you're listening to this and you're thinking of a trip to Northern Ireland to play some of the best golf in the world, including obviously Portrush and Royal County Down, and there's Port Stewart, obviously. Royal Belfast, and Jamie, I want to ask you about this. Incredible golf course right on the inlet there in Belfast. We played with a group of members who you probably know. I'll send you a link to the video when we're done. Had the best day. The clubhouse is incredible. They were so nice and generous, and we had a great round. We played a little match. Royal Belfast might be a lot like Harding Park. What do you think?
It's much easier. Based on your front nine video of trying to break 90 at Harding Park, it's definitely easier. You can spray it a wee bit at Royal Belfast and kind of be fine. You know, particularly spraying it right, you can do that off most tee boxes. It's funny, it's right by the water, as you know, but it's not a links course, which is very unusual, particularly in Ireland. It's got a couple of holes that are sort of linksy, 9, 10, 11, or a bit linksy. But someone asked me the other day, I was playing at my local club here in England, said if you could play, you've got 24 hours to live, so you can play one round of golf.
Ooh, good question.
Out of all the courses, even courses you've never played, I'm talking about Augusta National here, what would you pick? And I just instantly said Royal Belfast. I didn't even question it because it's my home club. I grew up playing there. I first played it when I was 10. I have the most insane memories when I drive down that, you know, that it's a very, very long driveway down through the course to get there. And there's something happens to me when I drive down there. I just flooded with unbelievable memories. So the feeling of the place for me personally can't be matched by some course that I've never played. So I always say that. You know?
That's really beautiful. Yeah, I mean, the idea that would be the last course you'd want to play is sort of speaks to how much it really means to you. And when people ask me what my favorite golf course is, it's like, there's a little 9-hole track over there, you know, like it's a dump, but I love it.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? It's where I learned to play. It's where I, you know, made mistakes, where I had great successes. It's not like that. The feeling that golf brings you is really why we play, and that feeling only exists at bucket list courses if you bring the right mindset, right? Like, I'm sure you've had some incredible bucket list experience. I mean, playing in the Dunhill is something that is just out of this world. Like, I think they have offered it for sale, and it was like £30,000 to play in it. Yeah. And but that doesn't really mean anything when it comes to, you know, why do you play golf? What's actually meaningful? And the idea of home is really, that's beautiful, man. You're a good guy. Yeah. The Augusta card, Augusta's fine. You'll see it on TV. It's fine. It's okay.
Exactly. And also, I play terribly at Augusta. Like, you know, but those greens. I mean, I've got to be real here. You know, I can put a score together at Royal Belfast. I can't do that at Augusta.
Yeah, you want your last round to at least be good. You want to go out on a good note.
Yeah.
You know, Bing Crosby's last words. Do you know what they were, Jamie?
I actually do, and I totally forgotten. But
it's in a golf book. His last words were, "That was a great round of golf, fellas." He walked off the 18th. He was playing in Spain. Walked off, went into the clubhouse, had a heart attack, and just went on to the next life.
I'd be happy to go out that way.
Well, here's to that. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Yeah.
I'll see you soon. Well, I'm sure we'll connect as soon as the borders open. I mean, I could go to Northern Ireland tomorrow, I guess.
You could go to Northern Ireland. You couldn't go to the public without quarantining, but you could go to Northern Ireland. But yeah, we need to get out and play some golf. Also, want to add, if you're going to send me that video of you playing Royal Belfast, will you also send me that cap that you're wearing at?
You want the red and blue RGC hat?
Yeah,
I've got it right here. Yeah, well, I'll definitely send you one. And they're actually, if you're listening and you want that hat, I think we're going to release it next week. So if you're not Jamie Dornan, you can go on randomgolfclub.com and pick one up. All right, brother. Thanks for your time. Sleep well.
Cheers,
enjoy
man.
the
Thanks,
sim.
Eric.
We'll see you soon.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, Jamie.
Thank you. See you guys.
All right.
Bye.